Last time on Olympia.
They got bunk bays!
What does it say?
And the words that we find are bring light to confessional.
Yes, what the fuck's a light?
Are you guys ready for the opening night challenge?
Yeah.
3 people will be winning power to some capacity. Landon, you have earned 3rd place. Ronnie, you've earned a great 2nd place. Ava, you've gotten 1st place here. Our 2 outcasts, Gabe, Zach. So each person will have 1 30-second attempt to figure out how to control their fate.
Should we let the outcasts go first?
I'll start with this. What the fuck? No work.
I can't see worth shit.
1738. I don't know, girl.
What are the odds of guessing a lockbox right when you have no idea?
Seems the mystery has not been solved. Our outcasts, you guys are going to be vulnerable at tomorrow's vote.
I saw that fight! And I was wondering why I was in the bathroom!
All right, morning, great morning, got some great sleep. Had a dream last night that Zeus was carrying me up to the top of Mount Olympus, so I think that's a good omen to start. So wanted to put this out there, but I kind of want to try to pull off a kind of secret alliance. First filter was, okay, who do I think is maybe savvy enough to pull something like that off? So kind of a big list of people on that, but Ava, Tate, Landon, Taylor, Santi, and Maddie. Okay, so that's my 6 to start with, all right? So then Ava and Tate, they're on my purple team, so kind of too close for comfort. We've kind of already developed a relationship, so they're out, right? So now we're down to 4. Landon, his hair is just too similar to mine, so I just don't think that we can pull that off. Great hair, by the way, Landon. Taylor, I feel like he's savvy. He's kind of done a lot of these before. He knows what he's doing, but I also feel like he could be a little bit of a loose cannon. So then Maddie and Santi are 2 really good options. They're both on different teams. So I'm kind of debating. I think I'm going to go Santi first and maybe talk to him first and see how that goes. So we can be the Senior Citizens Alliance, because I'm one of the olders as well. So that could be fun.
Ah, yes. An alliance of back pain and creaky joints. Sounds promising.
Good morning. Everybody's so sweet. We all woke up today. Some of us woke up earlier than others, so we kind of kikied a little bit this morning. I won't say I have favorites in the house, but I do have people that I tend to cling to. Those are kind of my besties. And Landon also carried me to my chair this morning, so he's one of my favorites right now. But we're all really excited for today. We're kind of nervous on what the challenge is because they haven't told us anything. It'll be fun regardless what happens, who wins, who loses. I definitely think we're all going to walk away with friends and people we're going to keep in contact with after this. Okay, so my half of the house, it's me, Juniper, and I. We're the only girls over there. Last night, all the boys were talking. So I was like, I'm going to go invite them to come out because they were in the room. So I knocked, and Nine was like, who is it? And I was like, it's Natalie. She was like, what's up? And I was like, I just want to talk. She was like, give me a second. Okay. They told me to come in. She's hiding behind the curtain. We're a grown adult. I'm thinking maybe you're playing. So I tried to peek, and she was like, no, don't do that. I was like, okay, I'm not going to peek. She was like, I don't have my wig on. I don't want you to see me like that. Okay, cool. So we continued to talk a little bit about the events today. And then she was like, she said something. She was like, I think I just need space or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll give you space and I'll leave. That was the end of the interaction. Apparently somebody told production that I disrespected their boundary or invaded their space, something like that. Okay. Only person it could have been was 9. Okay. So, I'm thinking, you've had multiple times to tell me this morning that I invaded your space. Why did you just go to production? We're grown adults. We're only here for a weekend. I don't know what your boundaries are. I don't know you from a can of paint. So why would you not be like, hey, I wasn't comfortable with you just seeing me without my wig. Mind you, I did not see her without her wig.
Yeah.
You could have said that. I'd apologize. Water under the bridge.
Yeah.
Ava said she had noticed 9 and Santi passing notes. So I'm thinking maybe she's told Santi and Santi's asking me about the tea so that maybe I tell him.
So it gets back to her.
Right. Something's not clicking. Because you're trying to make this into a bigger deal than it needs to be. When you can just come talk to me.
Yeah.
You were talking to me this morning. We were kikiing.
Yeah.
Talking about our business and everything.
Yeah.
That would have been the perfect time.
To like pull you aside.
Right. And you could have voiced it. And now, like, part of me wants to pull her aside to do that, but why should I give you the grace of pulling you aside when you couldn't even give me the grace to pull me aside? So it's like, we're grown adults. We're only here for a weekend.
I think if you think it could turn into something bigger, where you feel like you're targeted, I think it's completely reasonable to pull her aside.
There's also some weird stuff that has been happening. I think that Natalie perceives that, like, I am also a very charismatic person, and I'm just gonna be frank. I have a natural sense of charisma. I just talk, and people who hang out with me, I don't understand what it is. For me, Natalie's charisma is like kind of forced and loud, and I think that, you know, there's these two poles that people gravitate toward, either because it's a natural flow or because, you know, Natalie is a party personality, and I think that that is starting to set in. I'm also concerned that Ronnie might know Natalie outside of the game. I don't know, she just seems really nice, and she seems like somebody I could work with. Then I forgot she could have been lying about how many people she knows, so I hope, like, maybe I can still work with her.
Good morning. Slept really well. Was shocked. I did share a room with Ava, which I wasn't expecting. Because I have a plan to backdoor her. So I felt really bad. She's so sweet. She's just very threatening. I think things are going well for the most part. I'm excited for today.
Speaking of, let's check in on Ava.
Hey!
Hi!
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been wanting to talk to you literally since I saw you come into the door yesterday, because I did watch your season, and like everyone knows about it now. But I really enjoyed you on your season, and I would like to work together if we can this season.
Yes, music to my ears. I was also thinking that too.
Yes.
So we're on opposite teams, so we can use this to our advantage, because whichever one of our teams, I feel like there's a good chance that one of us will
I would really
win.
hope so.
Yeah. So I think that definitely we should just stay in communication. And
yes.
I think also you would get along with the people on my team,
Yeah.
so maybe you could like work with us a
I
little
love your
bit.
team.
Yeah.
I did want to tell you, I just talked to Maddie, like in another room, and he was kind of just throwing around stuff. He was like, I haven't heard your name. And then he brought up your name, and he said people are wary of you just because you have played before, and he said that you aren't like super talkative. So I think people are like just worried about that. But I wanted to let you know that because I don't want you going home.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
I have not heard your name at all.
Awesome.
I'm not expecting to
Music
be honest.
to my ears.
Yeah. But the thing about like me playing a game before,
yeah,
I feel like honestly Maddie is a bigger threat because he came in having played this like his third game.
And he's from Michigan.
Yeah,
he flew.
He's committed, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, we started out with like 10 people in the game.
Yeah,
it was such a different format. It was like it was played in a day basically. Like it was so quick. So I don't want people to put a lot of weight on that because we really didn't do much. And like for the people who watched it, I was kind of just brought by Shane. He like carried me throughout the whole thing. So I feel like I'm actually going to get to play for real now. I feel like I haven't really played before.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if I hear anyone saying stuff, you'll be like the first to know.
Okay, same here.
Awesome. Let's go win this challenge.
Yeah.
We're gonna do so good. Don't play.
So yesterday when I walked in, I saw Taylor. Completely shocked. I know Taylor. I was at Taylor's wedding, and I didn't want anyone else to know that Taylor and I know each other. So we're keeping that under wraps for now. Someone else I know, Zach, a little bit. So I feel like Taylor, Zach, and I are probably gonna work together at some point. Super excited for that. I was kind of worried about Ronnie because, so like I wasn't gonna tell anybody that I was on season 1 because I was kind of gauging it and nobody seemed to like recognize me and they also didn't seem to watch season 1. So I was like, shoot, I might get away with this. And then we were all going around in a circle talking about how we got involved with this. And I said, I'm friends with Gavin from season 2. And Ronnie in front of everyone goes, you were also in season 1 though, right? And I was like, oh, forgot about that. Yeah, that's so right. So hoping that nobody like read too much into that, and I also hope that they aren't like seeing me as a threat in any way. So I'm taking this as like just a second chance on Olympia. I think I lose Olympia once, shame on you. I lose Olympia twice, shame on me.
Okay, so I slept on this bunk bed. I was on the top bunk, which as you can see, this is constructed for someone probably smaller than me. So anyway, one thing to know is like, I just want to illustrate for the for the girls how I woke the fuck up this morning. So I come over, and as you can see, this is a pretty small ladder, and I'm a fairly wide person, so I like can't like really get in this to climb down. So in order to get down from my bed, I have to do this and wake all these bitches up. So anyway, that's how I woke up this morning. How I woke up socially. Is I don't really know. I'm trying to slowly talk to everybody. I'm trying to just play it cool. I feel like there's about 5 people I could get eliminated first. Easily. But I think that all of them would potentially drag me. So whoever the flop is gonna be needs to be my next best friend.
You know, I'm just glad I made it further away than last season, you know? I woke up, no pain, a little bit of pain, you know, minor stuff, so ready to get a round of the game going.
Also, in my introduction, whatever, I talked about how much I hate complainers. And I'm so sorry, but Gabe, you are on my nerves so much. We're really cool, but I didn't pick him at the end of the day in the cutting ceremony. And he has brought it up maybe 15 billion times, and he makes sure that I know that I didn't pick him. So I would not mind if he went rather early, maybe even first boot. Let's run it back another season 2. Come on.
Fun fact, hair was a significant indicator of an ancient Greek man's status quo. Hairdressers that were good were incredibly sought after. Which reminds me of our sponsor, Odyssey Ink Tattoo and Beauty Parlor. Get connected with Brittany Something to get your hair looking just right. Text now at 337-889-7128 to set up an appointment.
Come back up. Ooh. On this one, go a little more aggressive so you can touch the ground.
Come on, Ronnie, you can touch the ground.
Okay.
You should have been doing the windmill party like
Hello, where my
Well, enough of that. Let's get the game started.
Good morning! How are we doing? How we doing? Everyone made it to day 2? So, we are about to get started with our very first Olympian challenge. And to clarify, you will be competing as teams for this Olympian challenge. So this means your entire team will be the first round Olympians.
Okay. Mother!
And we'll get into how this works a little bit after the challenge. As a reminder, Outcast.
Yo, what's up?
You guys not playing in the challenge.
Oh, let's go. Okay, I see.
Let's get to it.
I wonder how the teams are feeling about this challenge.
We're gonna win the first Olympian challenge.
Yeah.
I feel like we all have something to bring to I feel like we all bring something to the competition. So, yeah, we're gonna win.
Yep.
And
winners.
Yeah.
We're gonna win.
We're about to win.
We're about to win.
Yeah, we're winning immediately.
No, like definitely. I just don't think that the other teams are gonna be nearly as cohesive as me and my sister. So I wish them all luck in the first elimination because they will all be vulnerable.
I always wanted a sister. Now you got 3. Exactly.
I love this team.
Yeah, I feel like we got a good core group.
Yeah.
I don't know like how long teams will be like a literal mechanic, but I hope that like we stay a team even after we lose the beads. Because yeah, I do really like the group.
I bet you everybody else is gonna say that we're their favorite team.
You know, I like Team Gold.
So green team's my favorite because I'm afraid of Ava.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I bet you everybody else is gonna say that we're their favorite team.
I'm afraid of Ava. I can't even lie about that.
She's a silent assassin.
She is.
She's a silent assassin.
She was close to winning her season. I think that
Oh.
needs to be in our heads.
I did not know this.
So truthfully,
I am very new
yes.
to
She got
this.
second place.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
This is not All Stars. Why is this person here? Production.
Now she's gagged.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah, I like Ronnie a lot.
I want her out. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
I actually think we're probably in a really good position heat-wise. When you look at us, it can be viewed as just like 2 extra numbers on the side, and we're kind of viewed as like unthreatening in that sense. And if teams start going for each other, they're not going to go for the outcasts because that doesn't make sense. They're going to want to weaken those other groups.
When he flexes his biceps, I swear they scream. Like they make noise.
We talked the most yesterday about like trying to take the outcast under our wing if we can.
Kevin was bunk beds with me.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty fiercely. He made one too many jokes about it breaking.
Okay, so right off the bat, I think it's best, and I wanted to anyways, I think it's best if we work with each other throughout this. I think we're in very similar positions, and it sounds like we like similar people. Right off the bat, we already have people talking about targeting each other. Nat is pulling people into rooms about a thing that happened between her and 9 last night, and is going for 9.
Natalie. I mean, if she's up to bat for you, she's up to bat for you, and I feel like she would go home for you.
You said you think she'd go home for you?
She would fight till the bitter end for you. Like if you're on her side, probably not go home.
I was like,
but
she would throw anybody else under the bus.
she would.
I feel like she was very vocal about how loyal she plans to be, or how like surprised she was at the idea of being sneaky.
Yes.
Which is crazy because I feel like she would be sneaky.
You think?
She could be.
I feel like she was being messy.
I do have a least favorite team.
Okay.
And some of these people are ungrateful of the position they're in. Because guess what I found? I found this yesterday, like 10 minutes after we got our beads.
Do you know who it was?
And, so I haven't seen Taylor with his beads since.
No, these are my quadruplet blood relative sisters.
Come on.
Well, I don't really know if we are because you don't have your beads on.
Oh.
Well, you see,
you don't want to claim us?
No, I'm claiming them. I'm claiming them.
Ooh, before the teams start infighting, let's get this challenge started.
So, for our first Olympian challenge, we have the Trials of Tartarus.
Okay, I found this on
We have the Trials of Tartarus. Like I said, Hades is coming for his revenge, and he's sending you all down under. If you aren't familiar, Tartarus is a pretty scary place. It's the darkest place in the underworld as a whole. Let's get to the video, though.
This round's Olympian challenge is the Trials of Tartarus. Tartarus is considered to be the darkest, gloomiest depths of the earth. Each team will be attempting to complete the 4 trials in the fastest time possible. The trials will start with 1 team member, but a new team member will be added at each new trial. The details of each trial will be discovered during their attempt. The team must lock in their time by hitting the button at the final trial. The team with the fastest time will win the Trials of Tartarus and all become this season's first Olympians.
Okay. Oh! Are you ready to play? Yeah!
Let's see how the teams decide to break off.
So I saw Trial B is eating. Trial C is the cup stacking.
Yeah.
Trial D is the pattern puzzle, the stripes. I didn't see A. Did y'all see A?
I didn't see A. A started with just a clock, so maybe it's something timed, like running.
How do you feel about eating something possibly gross?
I'm a little picky when it comes to eating.
Okay. Then
if I have to though, I'll do it.
I was about to say, I'm willing to risk myself for the team if like nobody else wants to do it.
I don't know. My first thought was that it made sense in my head for you to be first.
I can't guarantee
Yeah,
that.
I can eat. I feel a little trepidatious on the first one just because there's a lot of uncertainty on that.
Okay. We can lock you in for the second one.
Yeah, I'm good too. Ava, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay.
You might end up
captain.
having to eat.
Yeah.
That's okay. Anything
Okay.
for the purple team.
So first, second, you want to be third or fourth?
I'll go third. And then you'll show up for matching.
So you're gonna have cup stacking on yours, but you should have our help.
Right.
So coming into this challenge, I really want to win because I've heard my name being tossed around as somebody that people are afraid of or maybe not like having spoken to a lot. So I was like, okay, we just really need to be the Olympians.
Outside of the competition, do we have any? Because I assume it's like whichever team wins is like the Olympian, but we're all the Olympian.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have like general vibes of what we would do with it?
What is it? The Santi, Landon, and then team like that seems kind of like a strong team, like competitive. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going off of like I just saw them running around and doing a lot of stuff last night. Like they seem well oiled, you know, where they're kind of like working well together. So, you know, so I don't know what to do with that. I don't know if we want to align with that or target that. Like I don't know.
Or at least he's played Survivor games, which could be good or bad, but he has experience.
Taylor seems like a really charismatic person, somebody that I don't foresee being targeted soon. So I feel like it might be nice to have him on our side. And he also does make his own games, he said. So
I think our team dynamic is going to be something to watch. I get the sense that all of us are playing different games, so it'll be like that awkward where we're like, haha, yeah, and then we all just kind of like look away from each other, and it's like we kind of like I think we can tell that we're not working together, so it'll be interesting.
But I think right now we should make a pact that if we are vulnerable, we do not vote against ourselves.
Yeah.
It's
even like after team stuff.
At least for this first round.
Okay.
Y'all don't have to commit for too long, but if we are the vulnerable team, we should stick together.
Oh yeah.
Oh okay, I can understand. Yeah.
Let's check in on the green team.
The first one looked like the time thing. The second one looked like food.
Yes.
And then there was the cups, which I'm assuming because of the shoes on the ground that you have to stack the cups with your feet.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the blue and red blocks.
Yeah, it looks like a puzzle.
I don't like eating nasty stuff, I'll be honest. Does anyone
I don't
like
either.
eating?
I don't either.
I mean, if I take one for the team,
But two people have to do it.
but also, are they eating it? Because
Well, what the fuck is it?
what
the fuck is it?
Okay, first, second, third, fourth?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay, go do this. Oh, go team!
What is our team name?
Clothos.
Clothos. Team Green!
Landon and I are really becoming sisters. I really like Landon. He's very, very sweet. He smiles a lot. I think it's calculated, but it's a gorgeous smile. I think he's beautiful. He does strike me as pretty green, because I don't think he's played anything like this. So I think he's prone to making more strategic mistakes. I also think he's more prone to being loyal. And I'm positive he's green because he's never watched RuPaul's Drag Race.
And how's it going with the gold team?
I kind of want to go first. I think I'm a good leader.
Okay.
And I think I'm well-rounded.
I would like to go second, only because it looked like it was an eating challenge, and I really love eating challenges.
I can eat.
I love eating.
I've eaten flies before, straight up. So I can down anything.
That last one, that tile one, might be a puzzle. And I also would not mind like being blindfolded for like a long time.
Do you want to be fourth?
I could do that, yeah.
Maddie's
but
third.
okay, continue. Go bitches.
One, two, three, go! I feel good about my team going into the challenge. I know that we were picked together for a reason. Like I mentioned before, we all have different aspects that we can bring into the game. So I do feel like each strategy or each thing that we're good at would help benefit us to win this challenge.
All right, Juniper.
I'm gonna close one of my eyes because I don't have my glasses, so please don't touch it how I read. Okay. Trial A. You will have the opportunity to earn a secret advantage in the game.
Of the 3 teams competing, the player who leaves this room closest to 180 seconds will win this power.
Reminder, the time you stand here is counted as part of your team's overall time.
The advantage will be discreetly given to you during a confessional. Only the person who wins will know who received the advantage and what the game saving power is.
Additionally, there are small baggies of tiles you will need to collect at each trial along your journey
to the final trial. Remember to grab these as your team's success relies on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna count you down from 3, 3, 2, 1, go.
We're about to win too. I hope you know that. Spoiler alert.
Three, 2, 1, go. Oh, Ava's made her way to the second trial.
Okay, what do I do?
You can unblindfold Kevin. Alright.
I volunteered myself to be the first one. I'm like trying to build a good rapport with my team. And the first challenge was you get to sit in the room, and if you walk out like within 180 seconds, you get a personal advantage that nobody else knows about. And I thought about it, and I was like, no, I just want my team to win, and that would add time to my team's time. And I care more about our team winning and getting Olympian than me getting a personal challenge.
Shelby, you must consume all the food and drink placed before you. Any puking or refusal? Okay, alright.
So just eat it. Evan's down the hatch, pinch the nose, and going ham. Evan's taking the first bite. What the hell is that? What the hell is that indeed? Juniper has made their way into the second trial.
Just yank it off. I don't need
Okay.
Rip hair out.
Okay. Ronnie is moving on to the next trial that way. Ronnie has entered trial 2. Landon has already started eating. Maybe Zach may not be in the worst position anymore, huh?
What is this?
Can't tell you until after it's consumed.
Pretty bad.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Sorry. What is this?
It's a fermented.
It don't matter. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Evan's ate the whole thing in one bite. It is all in his mouth. This is crazy. Chugging it down with some nice mystery juice.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Let me just tell you fans at home, this smells horrid.
It was like greenish brown. It was the worst. Ugh. Smell, color, everything awful.
Chew it a lot. Like chew it really far down. Just think it's just a regular egg.
The eating challenge really was disgusting, and I wish that it was something different because I was like, no guys, I feel like I could pull it together and just eat for the team. I took a couple of chugs of that thing. Oh my god, it was vile. It was like spicy, tangy, like the worst like if you just imagine what throw up tastes like, it was that in a cup, and it was green and had like little specks in it. Ew.
Breathe through the nose.
Can you eat it for me?
Can't be parted for you.
I'm sorry.
You can share food and drink, that is okay.
I was like, no, I can eat anything. And I got there and I saw that. black egg. And I was like, there's no way. And Cam is a trooper. I should have told him, I'm saving you and I will vouch for you 100%. Because imagine eating that and then going home.
And if you do feel like you need to puke, there is a sink and a trash can. Either way, there is a time penalty with that though. Both of them are about halfway through their egg.
We're not touching anything yet.
I will say, in there, they gave me the option to take an advantage where I wait 180 seconds before coming down. So every team was presented with that. Some people might have taken it. So
I didn't understand that.
basically, I came out earlier than I could have. I could have gotten a personal advantage if I had stayed in there for 180 seconds.
Did you do that?
No.
Oh, a personal advantage. Okay. For the greater good.
Yeah.
My girl.
And I'm thinking like other people might have done that, so they might have, because it adds to the team's time.
Yeah, gotcha.
So if we waste 4 minutes here, you can't down this. 4 minutes we're not good this.
I don't know what this is. Breathe, babe, breathe. Breathe.
Cam is holding it down. Fingers up.
Cam, do you want to take the 4 minutes? Take 4 minutes. Take the 4 minutes, babe. You can. I don't know if I can read this. Let's take the 4 minutes. I'm serious. Yeah.
Cam and Ronnie have decided.
I don't know what happened in the first station, but in the second station, I feel like I devoured that food. Ronnie, you're my girl, but I really wish you would have helped me eat, but it's okay. I know it wasn't really your strong suit.
You got it.
I'll go here.
You got it.
Hold your nose and chug it. It's not that bad.
Cam has put the last bite of his egg and the cup is done.
The heck is in this?
It's our lovely home-blended mystery juice.
Woo! Go die, y'all.
He said last year was too easy.
I was about to say, good thing last year I could totally do.
Man, y'all had applesauce last time. I was ready for that.
Can I drink some of hers?
Yes, you can.
That was sick.
There's
the amazing team leader that he is, like as I was trying to get down the last little bits, then it was asked like, can we like help each other basically, and he took some of my drink and because he had already finished his stuff, so that was awesome. Come on, team leader.
You have the option to refuse and proceed forward.
After 4 minutes, right?
No, it's gonna add 4 minutes.
It's gonna add 4 minutes, so like.
Oh. Should we just cut our losses?
It's spicy!
Damn, that is spicy. God, I'm sorry, Cam. Let's take the 4 minutes.
I think Cam is planning to troop through it all here.
You better than me, baby.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
I'm so sorry. This is so nasty.
I don't think I can down that. I think I can do this.
I can't do two. Let's go ahead. No. Sorry,
Cam. Proceed to the
That's
next trial.
Y'all are diabolical.
We need to take these at every single.
I feel like I'm gonna vomit. That was that eating challenge was terrible. I've never seen like black and gray eggs in my life, but yeah, that was terrible. I might go throw up after this.
Sorry, you're doing
One
great.
cup is down.
You're doing great. I'm so sorry. You got it. You got it. That was really, really spicy. You got
I like spice. But that's the asshole right there.
Is that both cups done? I'm just checking real quick. And y'all can proceed.
Oh my god.
We're coming.
Kevin and Ava entering into trial C. Juniper and Landon are making their way to the third trial. Into the third trial we go.
Oh my god.
That was so bad.
They've unleashed Taylor. I'll just pick it soon. I'll give you a bit of information. It's called a century egg. It is a fermented duck egg.
You hate me?
Build a pyramid of cups using a pyramid. That's not 5 cups. It's amazing.
Also, verse after the other cup, you use your hands to upright, but the cup must be moved back into the pyramid with your feet. Each other is your body to step into the middle. So 9 more ways
got 2 eggs down. We're working our way through the last cup here.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so
So we
sorry.
got half a cup left. Cam has almost single-handedly done this trial.
Good job, Cam.
That is good. Y'all can move forward.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Taylor has collected a little pile of blue cups here. The shoes are off for all 3 contestants.
Maybe I'll do this one. I need 3. No, I need 4. 9, 4.
Cam and Ronnie enter into trial C.
Good morning.
Okay.
There's a.
We're on to the second layer here. Quick work of this. I will clarify it doesn't have to be a perfect pyramid. It just has to be 9, 4, 1.
Here, let me put this here.
9-cut base.
Ronnie's leading the charge here in command.
Take your time, babe.
So my whole focus was stacking these cups from different bases up, and I did that in conjunction with Ronnie because Cam had just eaten, from now that I know, a century egg and drank 2 like spicy drinks.
Should we hold the base while he does talk?
They decided to build a support system with their own feet. Worthwhile.
Bitch!
Taylor's in the operation room here. Surgery. Other things. 2 unstacked. You can't pull those up with your hand.
Once I got unblindfolded, I think I contributed like 2 cups to that pyramid. Our only hope is, I guess, that every other team also was a disaster.
Looks like we're already starting on the middle layer here.
You're good, babe. Just keep drinking water.
Got it. Juniper has plugged a cup across. The socks have come off too now. That's 3. The middle row is complete.
With the stacking of the cups, I feel like I couldn't do it at first because I didn't feel like too good. You know, all the food, everything that was going on, it just wasn't good. But then I was like, I have to be a team player. I have to get down and help. So I did.
You have a middle of 4. Can they connect? Struggling to find the placement for the last cup here.
Okay, so let me do this one.
I think it needs to be. Damn, I'm sorry.
3 and 4 cups in the second layer. Now there's one last cup to be placed.
That's why I don't do that.
Don't count it.
They will.
For my team on this challenge, I also was a person to be like, let's think smarter, not harder here with the cups. I was like, socks are slippery. These cups are slippery. Why don't we get some skin on skin action and make sure they get where they need to go? You know what I'm saying?
I think you want to be able to touch this one. Yeah. I think that'll work. Yep.
That is good. Let's go.
Okay, we need all these.
To your left, to your left. Your careful on the grass. Yes, yes.
Not vomit now.
Ugh. Yes.
It's okay. It's
The
okay.
pyramid has tumbled. We're back to 2 in the middle.
Pyramid was pretty good. I was better at the pyramid than I thought I would be, but ultimately Juniper, they just fucking killed it. Stepped up at every stage of the challenge.
Move your feet. And that is valid. Don't continue on.
I was valid.
Oh, Santi, we're coming.
Oh my goodness.
You got it. You got it. Okay. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Ha! And the
Get him a ball.
Taylor, land it. I made the race.
No, you must piece together the pile puzzle. Picture them, press the button.
I'm trying to sit on this damn word. What the fuck? Okay.
Alright, the players are together a tile puzzle.
I purposely put myself at the end because if anything happened in the beginning that caused us to lose time, I didn't want it to fall back on me.
1 cup.
You got this. It just needs to bounce off these 2 pillows. Almost there. Almost there. Good, 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 good. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Sorry, baby. Okay, what do you need us to do?
Okay, Hades Revenge for sure. Yeah. They made out the season title, Hades Revenge.
Okay, these 2 pieces fit together.
In this moment, I'd like to thank our sponsors. You've made an immense contribution to this season, and it wouldn't be possible without all of you at home. Back to the challenge. 4 in the middle have been reset. That's the last cup. Perfect.
Good, good, good. Yes.
Everyone remove your feet. That's clear. Go that way. It's the last trial. All right. Good. Oh, wow.
We ran over to grab 9, and it was like a big puzzle. We could identify quickly the words that need to kind of be there, right? Because that was together. What was challenging was the wreath, or the laurel wreaths that were kind of around the O.
No. Here. Okay, that goes like that. Okay, the crease in the middle. Oh, it makes a circle.
It's probably a circle.
Yeah. There you go. 9. Set down the laurel in the pattern.
Yeah. I was very frustrated because I was trying to help figure out this puzzle. As soon as Maddie, God bless Maddie, we're like this. As soon as Maddie says Hades Revenge, I realize it's the Olympia logo.
Yeah, so this is the top somewhere on this side.
Oh my god, why don't we look at their shirts?
That's why I've been trying to look at
There might be a hint on everyone's shirt and your own.
Puzzle was really good. I was getting, it was difficult to line everything up. I think ultimately everyone was working together. There was no real conflict on the team.
Look at our shirts. This is the wreath on our shirts. So, this is 2 high, so this needs to be one other one that curves.
It looks like the symbols are coming together now.
So we need this part of the leaf, a corner. This is probably.
Question is, have they done everything right so far?
There was a little bit of tension just between 9 and Ronnie. Me being in the middle on both sides of them. It was like, this piece doesn't go here, this piece doesn't go here. Like, I'm like, okay, like, let's just try to figure it out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Cooking, baby.
Yeah.
Good. That's not correct. Ah!
Right, put it down though, so we can at least look at what's off.
Okay, that's it.
No, this is
Yeah.
Yep.
No, something else is wrong. Look. Okay, so stop for 1 second. No, stop for 1 second and look at it. Stop for 1 second and look at it.
Yeah, let's go up there. Where's the button to stop time?
And it's not correct.
No, I know it's not correct. Look at what's wrong. Let's figure out what's wrong. Is it this? I feel like it's these two don't want to call it. Ronnie's there. Ronnie's like detached on her phone. It's like, bitch, you were team captain. Fucking lead. Like, if you're gonna earn this Olympian status where you are not, you're gonna lead.
Let's go down here. Here we go.
Are we sure this isn't it right here? No.
That's not correct.
This is not correct.
Okay.
Finish it, finish it. Turn it. Rotate.
Yeah. That's correct. Alright. Alright.
Wait, is Hades Revenge at the top and at the bottom? No.
What if the eyes are not all in a line like we're thinking? I can't stand incompetent leaders. I love you as a human being, but you got in my way. And when people get in my way, well, sorry.
She does like those hair.
Oh, shit!
That is correct.
Oh my gosh.
Press button. Are you okay?
I fall all the time.
Imagine all the lives you can save by just liking this video.
You could feed a child for an entire year just by commenting down below.
Imagine all the people that could be subscribing to Olympia.
So, okay, so what happened?
Oh god. Okay, so I was in the first room. I was sitting there
And the challenge was had to whoever out of the 3 teams sat closest to 180 seconds, and you didn't know how much time had passed, would win an advantage.
Juniper, for what I assume is an individual advantage that they were, I think that they knew it was an individual advantage, but were just like kind of caught themselves in not fully building their story the way that they needed to do. Anyway, they had to try to get closest to 3 minutes, and it counted against the team's time. So to kind of split the difference, they just tried to shoot for 2 minutes, which to me is a total waste. Because as soon as you're not trying to go for the 3, then any time is wasted. What did they make y'all eat?
We had to eat some nasty ass, horrid, like black egg.
It was a boiled egg that was black.
It was
so it was like marinated in some shit.
I was just like brushing my teeth, I was spitting in the sink, it was green.
Surely it couldn't have been that bad.
Oh my god, that's it.
It's over with. And then we did the thing that you were talking about.
Oh yeah.
What you thought?
We had 9. We had to have 9 on the bottom, 4 in the middle, 1 on top.
Maddie told me that people were concerned about Ava because she played in season 1 and made it so far, and because she's so quiet.
Wait, how far did she make it in season 1?
Apparently she got top 2.
Top 2.
Oh, girl, I didn't know it was that much of a threat.
Yeah.
And she is super quiet.
She is.
Very quiet.
I can't get anything out of her. Not even a hello. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm hoping that we win and we can just kind of set some fireworks off and basically just fade into the background and let everybody else go at it and not get caught into elimination because I don't know how that's going to go. This is a really fun group. It's going to be really, really interesting to find out what's going to happen once we determine a winner of this first challenge.
Oh yeah, speaking of, who did win?
Alright, I know it's been a very warm morning, to say the least, and a very, very long one. But things will only speed up from here on out, alright? So, let's reveal the results. Coming in no place at all. Get them! Get them! Not able to compete. Zach and Gabe.
I feel like out of the two of us, me and Gabe is a more visible like comp threat. I feel like I come off as a little bit less threatening. So I'm trying to just make sure my body language is all very non-threatening, very welcoming, try to be open, try to be social. The best way to get a good first foot in this game is to have good social relationships to start off on.
And as a reminder, you two will be automatically vulnerable in this vote. Coming in third place, with a time of 34 minutes and 12 seconds, Ronnie's team.
Bullshit. I was able to talk for a long time all by myself.
And a time difference of 15 minutes, 27 seconds to 22 minutes, 4 seconds. The winning team for this round is Landon's team. Y'all can all come up here and stand at the mantle.
It wasn't like nobody was contributing. We were all putting in the same amount of effort. I'm not too concerned about it, and I feel like I've built a good rapport with the other teams as well. So hopefully they don't pick us to be vulnerable.
All right, it is time for the first pit ceremony. This round's Olympians. You will all have but 30 seconds to pick between the two teams of which one will be vulnerable. You can discuss amongst yourself, but it will happen in the 30 seconds once I say go, okay? And then I'll ask for your decision, and it'll come to it, okay?
How many do we pick for?
You pick the team.
The team. Oh, yeah.
The entire team. You guys understand. In this instance, you don't want to be picked. But before we do that, let's crown this first round's Olympians.
Oh my god. So there's been a lot of chatter
There's a lot going on, but I'm feeling pretty good about things. I've been on the winning team, which is awesome.
Do Olympians vote?
To clarify, no, Olympians do not vote. That means there's 4 less votes in this first round. And also to clarify, next round, that means 4 people won't be competing in the next Olympian challenge. I'm going to start you guys' time, and I'll ask for a decision. Go.
Are we just talking for everyone?
Yeah.
Say it to my face.
I bet they're really worried right
I'm used to not getting picked.
Yeah.
Kevin, Maddie, and I have an alliance from the car last night called the Car Bros. I can't. With that name, do not put this in the episode, Dylan.
Now introducing the first named alliance of Olympia Season 3, the Car Bros.
That name is so fucking stupid. Like, the Car Bros, really? Like, oh my god, couldn't come up with a better name, please. But I like Kevin, and I feel like he's a really straightforward player. But right now, I'm totally a car bro with him. He was like looking at me scared shitless when we were choosing.
10 seconds, y'all. Oh, we have a decision. And as team captain, Landon, I will allow you to announce that decision.
You're going to make Ava's team vulnerable.
All right. That means Kevin, Ava, Nat, and Tate. You 4 will be vulnerable in this first vote, alongside Zach and Gabe. Now it is time to discuss and figure out who will be the first eliminated.
Okay, I said I wanted to save Ava's team. So he did the opposite of what I thought we agreed to. But anyway, whatever, no shade.
I got my eye on Santi and Taylor. They're like really close. And every time like 9 gets brought up to go home, they're kind of like hesitant. And they're like, well, that doesn't fit my agenda. And I'm like, well, maybe my agenda is you going home soon. I don't care if you're on my team or not.
And my agenda is good entertainment.
What did you guys talk about?
I thought we were saving y'all. No,
Oh,
shade. I
so
was like,
maybe that was...
I was like, okay, I said, let's just be purple because we do better.
You
pick purple.
The wrong way.
Right.
The wrong way. So, no shade. I thought we were doing the opposite.
Does he know that that's what y'all want?
No, and like I haven't confronted it, and like I don't feel like it was a shady thing. I think it was a genuine miscommunication. But anyway, I also guess I don't want to like publicize that I wanted the opposite. Like, you know what I mean?
When he said purple, I was like, okay, I can see that because our times were kind of close.
Yeah, that's what I
that's why we got picked. If you're saying you voted.
Right, that's how I voted. The other, everyone, I might be the one miscommunicating.
So, baby, Olympia is shaking in her fucking boots. We're up for elimination. There has been a consensus that Green did not convey well enough what they were voting on. Some of their teams said they were voting to save purple. Some of their teams said that is not, in fact, what they were voting on. So, there's a little confusion, and I think somebody's being a little messy. We've been told by 2 people on Green's team that they did not want us put up.
Okay.
They were confused on the way that they were voting in their huddle. So 2 people on Green's team said that they thought they were voting on who they wanted to stay safe. Meaning they said they wanted purple safe and for gold to be set.
Do we know who those 2 people are?
Yes.
Who?
Taylor and Santee said they wanted purple safe. But other Green teams said that that is not the way that they were voting in the huddle. And they think them 2 are just trying to save face with us so they don't get dragged in at a later date and time.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Seems like the green team is uncoordinated. Let's see what Juniper has to say about this.
Let's see. You tell me. I'm getting conflicting stories from your team. From my team? About what? I've had 2 people say that they thought the consensus was we were not being put up.
Purple wasn't?
Yes. 2 people have came to me that they thought they were voting to save purple. So when purple was said, they were confused.
2 people?
2 people from your team said that they thought they were saving purple. They did not want purple.
You don't want to.
I'll tell you, I don't give a fuck. All right. Santi and Taylor. They both told us individually that they thought they were saying this. Well, they didn't say anything when we were talking. Everybody, literally somebody, I don't even remember who said purple first, but everybody was like, yeah. And I was like, oh. They thought they were voting to save purple, not for us to be up for elimination. Well, then that was them not understanding the rules more. So.
And what was Santi's intentions?
I wanted Ava's team up just because I'm trying to protect 9 and also protect Cam. Cam and I made a final 2 last night, and that's like my legit final 2. I'm trying to pin Ronnie and Ava against each other because I don't want Natalie to go because then Natalie pulls in 9. I'm trying to push Ava.
Okay, I feel like that's the consensus.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's going that direction. The only thing is, if she's voted, she can pull people in.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel good with her. Like, I feel like everybody's really scared of Ava, and I feel like they shouldn't be. But it's been told that she made it further.
Second place.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
everything's
like
different.
everything's different, so it's not gonna be the same. But she is a good competitor. Like, she won the first album, so that's gonna put eyes on her. So I talked to her last night, and I feel like we're in a good space. And I kind of don't want to go back on my word, but if that is the consensus, then I'll go with it. It's just her pulling people in.
Yeah.
I don't want to get pulled in. I was like, oh, okay, that's fucked up. So
Are we still good with us?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, okay. So apparently the first challenge, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what Juniper told me, that she could get up and if she sat there, she had to get close to 180 seconds to get an advantage. Ronnie didn't tell her team, so I've been throwing Ronnie under the bus to her team, letting him know. And whichever one of the 3 got closest to 180, higher or under, got an advantage.
Okay.
Or you could immediately get up and go to the next challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she sat there.
Which person scored closest to 180 seconds? Juniper, I have some news for you. You have won the secret advantage.
No way. All right. Congratulations. You've earned the last resort advantage. Oh my gosh. This advantage will allow you to save yourself or someone else from being selected to the Coliseum match. My biggest fear, honestly. Deep. Once the voted out player makes their Coliseum selections, you will publicly present this scroll and state which one player you'd like to save. Your last chance to play this is when there are only 7 players in the game. I don't think I want to use it for this round. I'd like to hold on to it as long as possible. Because I would hope, like, I'm at the beginning stages of some allyship. Of course, I love Green Team, but I would hope to maybe get to use it for myself if I'm pulled in later. However, I feel, we've only had like one or a couple round of challenges, but I feel pretty confident also maybe in my competition ability, which I never thought I'd say. At this point, so I don't know, maybe I would dominate in a Coliseum match. I don't know. I'm excited that I won. Oh my gosh! Yay!
What will Juniper do with this advantage? How will the outcasts survive? Who will be the first player voted out? Find out next time on Olympia Season 3.